Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 18. I am excited this morning. So last night I applied online for a job as the social media marketing for Once Upon a Child, which is local to us. Once Upon a Child is a children's secondhand clothing shop, and of course not just clothing, like shoes and toys and cribs and all sorts of different things that you can thrift. And it is where I clothed both of my children. Well, not my older one. They didn't really have that when my older one was young, but definitely Brenna. I used Once Upon a Child like exclusively for about the first year of her life because it's so cheap. Like people, you buy a bunch of baby clothes and then the baby never wears them and then it just sits around. So half the stuff that came out of that shop was brand spanking new. So they needed a social media marketing manager to do their Instagram posts and their Facebook posts and do all of that. And that's what I do for my sister for the insurance company. So I'm actually qualified and I have an interview on Wednesday and I'm so excited about that. I'm trying to add more social media marketing to my plate right now because it is something that I love doing, and I sit home and I do it from home, but I sit home. I have a lot of time during the day and it's something that I enjoy. So I'm pretty excited and I hope that it goes well and I get this job. So let's see what the cards have to say today. All right. So yesterday was anxiety. It was the 9 of Swords. Oh my goodness. All right. So I had anxiety. All right. So maybe not the same type of anxiety, but when we went to that Korean hot pot restaurant, you want to talk about anxiety. That was a little bit of an overwhelming experience for me. They don't really give you, or they didn't really give you good instructions on like how the restaurant works or like what you're supposed to do. It was very chaotic and I ended up pulling my knitting out and just like knitting at the table because I needed to de-stress. So that was interesting. So let's see what today has to offer. Okay. 10 of Pentacles reversed. All right. Well, that's not like the best because, all right. So the 10 of Pentacles upright is, and that's, these are like peppermint candies, but the 10 of Pentacles upright is financial stability, and you've worked so hard and you've achieved like a top tier of security for yourself, your family. So I'm assuming that when the 10 is reversed, that kind of falls away. So let's see, 10 of Pentacles. All right. See, it's success and stability. So I'm assuming that when this, see, the dark side of wealth, financial failure or loss. So we are kind of feeling this right now. We had, well, first of all, it's Christmas, right? So we are throwing out a lot of money, but we have been working for years, like a very, very long time, way longer than it should have been because of COVID and with a couple other things. But we were working on a loan modification. This is personal information, but we've been working on a loan modification for our house, my house. I've had this house for 12 years. And when I got out of the Air Force, I got out very suddenly. I was not expecting to get sick. I was not expecting to get retired. And I did not have a lot of money saved. I had a hard time shifting between jobs because I was an air traffic controller. I am no longer medically qualified to be an air traffic controller. So my whole livelihood and everything that I worked for 14 years was thrown out the window. It put me in a really tough spot, and I filed bankruptcy for everything. I was filing bankruptcy for everything. And when it came down to it, a lawyer contacted me and said, hey, we can save your house if you'd like. And I said, of course, I want to save my house. So we worked on a loan modification, and then COVID hit, and it was one thing after another. And finally, we're signing the paperwork for this loan modification. The bad thing is my interest rate went from 3% to 7%. Guys, I can't even believe that this is happening to people. 7% on a house? Like, who can afford this? So not only did we have to pay for this loan modification to go through, not only did we have to pay this month's mortgage, we had to pay October's mortgage, November's mortgage, and this month's mortgage right before Christmas. So we are feeling the financial loss right now. We are broke. We're not broke like we're going to be out on the street, but we have no extra money. Brandan took a $10 an hour pay cut to work away from the casino, which kind of balances out because he was paying so much for medical insurance to the casino, and now we have different medical insurance that's way more affordable. But we are definitely feeling the dark side of finances right now. So I can totally see how this card plays into today, because there's a couple things that I need to get, and I'm putting it on hold because I don't have, it's Christmas and we need to worry about the children and stuff. So anyways, a lot of TMI, but you know what? That's the reality of things. Like, I show you guys my life, I show you guys my house and all these things, and on camera, to the outside eye, things may look like they're great and they're perfect, but that's not always the case, and it hasn't been the case for us. We've been working to save our home for a very long time, and I'm sure that there's so many of you out there that can probably relate to that and financial hardship. So it gets better. It definitely gets better, I promise. All right, so let's get to opening these advent calendars. So here is a Woobly Wonderland. So what I've decided to do, I think what I'm going to do is on Christmas, I think I'm going to focus on making these on Christmas. I like that kind of idea that maybe like I can pick it up on Christmas, but if not, I'll just do it next year. I'm not even worried. I love this calendar though. This calendar is great. And then yesterday I left out the drawer thinking like if I left it out, it would help. It did not help. So let's get drawer 18. Where are we at for 18? 17 and 19. You guys probably see it and I don't see it. Oh, here it is. All right, so let's get drawer 18. Oh my god, why would you not? All right. So now I'm starting to wonder, like, who put this calendar together? Because, so here's this is today's. This is the crochet hook. First of all, I love this. This is great. Look at the design on it. It's got all these little woobly characters on it, and it's adorable. But, like, wouldn't I have needed this to crochet with the whole time? Like, would have been nice, because, yes, I do have crochet hooks. And I do have, it suggested, I think, a 4mm crochet hook, probably for the density to get it like nice and tight, so the stuffing doesn't fall out. And this is not, 4mm is not a standard hook size for the weight of yarn that they gave. So like to someone who doesn't know, or they may not have the right hook, 4mm is not a common hook. So this should have been drawer 1. Like, with the stuffing. I'm just so confused, but I'm grateful. I love it. Like, yay, that's awesome. But I'm actually going to put, I'm actually going to put this in the bag. Put this in the bag with all the wooble things so that when I go to make it, I can use the crochet hook. Like, why wouldn't, come on, woobles. But like I said, do I think this calendar was worth it? Absolutely. I love it. I think it's been great. I just don't think that was very helpful to give me the crochet hook almost at the end. It's funny. Look, there's a little crochet hook right here on day 18 with the crochet hook. All right, so here is day 18, Bitten Mitten. Yesterday, I think we had candy corn. What are we going to have today? Ooh, Cannoli. Okay, so if you are close to me, you know that cannoli is my favorite. I love cannolis. I get cannolis everywhere. When I was very young, my dad, who passed, and we inherited his insurance company. The insurance company that I work for now, that my sister runs, shares a building with a bakery that specializes in tres leches cake, which is my favorite cake, but they also have pastries. And I would go in and I would get a cannoli, and a little cannoli used to be like 25 or 50 cents, and then a big cannoli used to be $1. That is no longer the case, but I said when I got married, I wanted a cannoli cake. I love cannoli so much. And look at this adorable little set of treats. Oh, I love this so much. Thank you so much. That's adorable. And then yesterday we had the Cajun Firefly. So let's see what day 18 has. This sparkle base. Ooh, Li Shang. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that Li Shang is from Mulan, but I'm not sure. Let me just Google that because I want to be sure. Li Shang is Disney and Mulan. Yes, so there it is. Look at how beautiful this is. There's the Li Shang. Yes, this sparkle base is just like, I'm so happy I got it. I remember when sparkle, because I've been collecting sock yarn for so long since I started knitting. I started out knitting socks. It was one of the first things I learned to design. And there was a little bit of stellina in the socks, but nothing to the level that this level of sparkle is today. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. And day 18 teal torch knits. Will we be moving into purple? Yes, we are. Look at how pretty. Look at how beautiful this is. This blue is gorgeous. I'm going to start looking at patterns to see what we got or if she suggests a pattern for this, because this fade is just divine. Absolutely gorgeous. Yesterday for coffee, we had French roast, which is totally doable. So let's see what we have today. Ooh. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about for coffee. Spiced eggnog coffee. Could be good. I don't know. And I have not been drinking wine. I have 3 bottles of wine that I need to catch up on, but I was so tired yesterday that I came home and just fell asleep. I was out for 3 hours. So let's see today what wine we grab. Oh, it's a Zinfandel, but it's a dark Zinfandel, not a white Zinfandel. So now I have 3 reds. I have a Syrah, a Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot, and a Zinfandel. So we're going to have to do a little taste thing with these. I'm starting to think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to save them for when my friends come over, because if I open it and I don't like it, I don't want to waste it. So maybe I'll wait until I have someone with me that will drink it if I don't like it. So we'll see. All right, so every day I sit here, I was talking to Brianna of Little Wolf Knits last night, and we were talking about how every day I say, all right, guys, I'm going to sit and I'm going to knit and I'm going to get stuff done. And then something comes up and my whole day is thrown off and I get nothing done or accomplished that I said I was going to accomplish. So I'm just going to throw it out there. I have no idea what's going to happen today. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I have no idea where this day is going to go. So we'll just see what happens. All right, it is late and I am ready for bed. I have been working on this colorwork sock all day and I have made such good progress. So I am up to here and I love how it's coming out. I'm already past the heel, so there is the scrap yarn for the heel to go in right there. And I'm really excited. I think that I could finish this. I don't want to say that I could finish it tomorrow, but I'm definitely excited to see how far I'm going to get on this tomorrow. This is like the only thing I've been doing. I've been listening to music and I've been working on this, and I'm getting faster and faster at doing the color work. And I'm just like so excited that I learned this new technique because I have so many cool ideas for it. All right, I hope everyone had a good day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.